Drop 'em. One hook and I'll rock 'em. One more and I'll stop 'em. Call the fighter, I'll off 'em. Off 'em. If he reach, then I'll pop 'em. Street sweeper, I'll wash 'em. Homicide, come and chalk 'em. Drop 'em. One hook and I'll rock 'em. One more and I'll stop 'em. Call the fighter, I'll off 'em. Up 'em.
The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros are comments made by Frank Warren. He explains why the IBF cannot stop the undisputed fight between Alexander Usyk and Tyson Fury. Let's take a listen to what Frank Warren had to say. And this video appears courtesy of IFL TV. Salute to IFL TV.
Camera, and he said the IBF situation won't be an issue. They will support this fight.
It can't be, because first of all, if you look at the rotation system, the next one up is the WBA anyway. And, you know, why would anybody want to stop that fight from happening? I mean, why? It's just moronic. And let's get this on. This has got a chance to do this, and we want to do it, and both parties want to do it. You know, Aegis and Alex, he's a manager and promoter. They want the fight, and more importantly, the fighters want the fight.
Does your man Tyson Fury knock out Alexander Usyk?
I think he stops him. I mean, it won't be easy, but I think he'll stop it, because I just think he's head and shoulders above all of them. You know, that's for me when people say, "Well, it's Derek Chisora."
All right. So you heard what Frank Warren had to say. He said that the WBA is next in the rotation. They already said that they're going to support Undisputed, and the fighters want Undisputed, and the teams want Undisputed. So he doesn't see the IBF stopping Undisputed. I'll turn it over to my man holding it down, Conspiracy G. What's your reaction to the comments?
Well, I just hope y'all bring that same smoke to Frank like y'all brought to me, because my man Lily just said Tyson Fury gonna stop your boy. But
he also said it won't be easy, though. See, that's the one thing that you didn't say. Want me to run that back? Want me to run that back?
Run that back. Run that back.
I heard what I heard. I heard what I heard.
Run the clip back for G.
Nah,
we know how to handle this situation.
Nah, I heard what I heard.
Hold on, G. Yeah, see how he didn't go all in like how you went all in.
All I heard was
he didn't call him soup, did he?
Yeah,
I heard
we're gonna do it again for G.
I heard stop
because G wants to act like he did the same thing that Frank did, but that ain't what you did. Here we go.
I heard stop it.
Guillotine.
Now, let's get this on. This has got a chance to do this, and we want to do it, and both parties want to do it. You know, Aegis and Alex, he's a manager and promoter. They want the fight, and more importantly, the fighters want the fight.
Does your man Tyson Fury knock out Alexander Usyk?
I think he stops him.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think he's.
You missed that. See, that's what you do, G. You try to talk over the other stuff.
And Alex, he's a manager and promoter. They want the fight, and more importantly, the fighters want the fight.
Does your man Tyson Fury knock out Alexander Usyk?
I think he stops him. I mean, it won't be easy, but I think he'll stop it, because I just think he's head and shoulders.
Now you see that?
He's head and shoulders over the opposition.
But it won't be easy.
It won't be easy.
Bruh. He say he's gonna stop him, and he's head and shoulders over the opposition.
Yeah, so you just gonna take out that whole, it won't be easy, right, G?
All right.
He's gonna ignore that whole thing.
All right.
And he ain't even offer that. They had to ask him that.
That's cool. That's whatever. Yo, bro, he's from. I told you, man. I've been watching Top Boy. They're polite even when they talk trash, bro. That's what Frank just did. He just did the respect, bro. You know what I'm saying? So he's being polite to Usyk, but he in his mind, he's like, yeah, we eat Ukrainian crab soup, bro. That's all it is. But anyway,
I don't think that's what he's thinking at all. But
hey, that's how you view it, brother. You know what I'm saying?
That's what he was thinking when they booked the Chisora fight. He was like, we eat some crab soup. That's what he thought. That's what he was thinking.
That's what he's thinking when he books the next Dubois fight. He's like,
I don't think he would feel comfortable with Dubois fighting a crab, but we can get it. We're gonna get it back.
I told y'all, man, FA, man, set up. Yo, FA, you back. Set up that Dubois fight,
Stop it, G.
I'm just saying, FA, this is your chance, bro.
FA will get knocked the hell out.
Be a B-level champion right now. Just throwing it out there. But you know, I mean, he didn't really say much. To me, it just never made sense for the IBF to stop Undisputed anyways, unless they just can't come to terms for Tyson Fury and Usyk fighting. That's the only way IBF could just cut the line and be like, oh, yo, we got a mandatory. You got to honor our mandatory. You know what I'm saying? And that could, and let's just remove IBF from it. That could be any of the other three, you know what I mean, that are just like, hey, you know what? Y'all taking too long. We're going to mandate like the mandatory fight. Usyk, you got to defend, you know? So, I don't know. To me, it's always unifications, always trump mandatories. So I'm gonna imagine Undisputed trumps everything. You know, it's just a logical next step. So yeah, it doesn't make sense that IBF could stop something like this. However, I could see IBF probably trying to force Frank Warren and his team, Frank and Bob, to hurry up and make Undisputed. Because you got a list of gentlemen underneath in the rankings that want their opportunity, you know, like this for many of these guys, like Herkovich, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. So, and you got a guy like Eddie Hearn, who's probably not just for Herkovich, but for several other fighters, pumping in so much money into the IBF, building relationships with members in the IBF, probably taking these guys out to dinner, paying for flights. He's probably doing so many things to leverage a great relationship with these guys that the IBF feel like, hey, you know what? Matchroom's been good to us. Let's throw him a bone. You know, it's only right. It's almost like how the WBC be acting with Al Heyman. You know what I'm saying? Like these governing bodies, they have their favorites, you know? And so Frank Warren, man, time is ticking. Just make this happen before any of these governing bodies get finicky and then just order a mandated fight. And then next thing you know, we lose out on Undisputed for another couple of months.
All right, Dollar Bill.
It shouldn't. Undisputed should take precedence over everything, right? And I do see how this can be a issue later on down the road. That's why this is an old player move from Frank Warren, jumping ahead of it right now. I'm talking about it right now. Definitely walking with you, G, on this one because I see it in a certain way too, like he was saying. If the months go by and it keeps going by, time goes past, which I was thinking what I was talking about. If Tyson Fury says, you know, my hand hurts, my elbow hurts, and time keeps going past, eventually, you know what I'm saying? I be for Eddie, the IBF, you know what I'm saying? You know, they're gonna, you know, eventually say like, hey, you know, you got a certain time before we gotta let dude come in here and fight for this title, and then that makes Usyk has to fight. You know what I'm saying? That mandatory for the IBF. If the WBO already saying that they're cool, they're gonna step aside. You know what I'm saying? Now the IBF, they might say because you know that's Eddie's partner in them. You know what I'm saying? He said that, nah, you know, he got a certain day or they're going to make that fight happen. Now, if that fight happens, now that prolongs Undisputed. And like G said, we can't get mad because there's a bunch of gentlemen who've been, you know, wanting their shot and they should get their shot. If they're the number one contenders and number two contenders, these guys is fighting, they're putting in work too. They want their shot at the championship. So, and the big guys is holding it hostage and it's not fair. So eventually, you know, hopefully the IBF, you know, they follow suit as well and give Tyson Fury, you know, some time to recover from this fight. Hopefully it's not something crazy, you know what I'm saying, but a little bit of time, you know, and they can make it happen. But for some odd reason, it's not sitting well it's not sitting well with me. I don't know. I believe it when I see it. Something's just not sitting right. If it is, it's not going to, I don't see it happening. It's going to be some months. It's going to be some months, and hopefully the IBF will let it be some months before the fight happens.
TBE.
Man, I don't see the IBF stopping Undisputed unless like it's like really needed. Like a fighter's like, I want this fight right now. Like I need this fight right now. I need to prove myself, but there's enough money to go around and there's enough in circulation where stopping IBF. Stopping IBF mandatory is needed to gratify or make people at the top of IBF, the people who run IBF, feel like they need this to happen. But I don't think this is gonna interfere with Undisputed. I feel like Undisputed is gonna happen next year. I feel like we're gonna see Fury and Usyk get in the ring. I feel like there's enough money for a step aside. There's enough money for things like that to happen. And what Frank Warren said was key. Like, yeah, there's some interference that's going on, but I can't imagine like you let ants step over the giants. Like we need to see the giants. We need to see the gladiators of the sport right now. Like that's what I'm saying. We need to see
all over the place. All right,
No, I just feel we need to see the giants. Like we're not here to see the ants. We don't want to see Fury versus Usyk versus Joyce. We don't need to see Usyk versus any of the names on the list.
I would love to see Usyk.
That's what I'm saying. You calling Joyce an ant? No,
I'm not calling him an ant. He's no.
Watch him out.
I'm just saying,
Joyce, I don't co-sign that at all, brother.
Nice.
Don't run up on me.
What TBE is trying to say, he doesn't want to see Usyk versus anybody else but Tyson Fury, and he doesn't want to see Tyson Fury versus anybody else but Usyk. This is the fight that needs to happen.
Thank you. And that's all I'm trying to say, y'all. Thank you, Trill. Yo, you clarified.
Yeah, I'm gonna be 100 with y'all. I'd rather see Tyson Fury versus Joyce than Tyson Fury.
Here he
Throw it out there. What?
I walked with you on this episode, and here you go.
He didn't say he don't understand us, and we tripping. Then he makes this comment right here. Yeah,
G has a grenade. Rips it, throws it in the room, and walks into the room. Like, G, what are you doing?
No, hold on, let's keep it 100. Y'all gonna tell me Tyson Fury versus Joyce isn't more entertaining?
I want to see. I just want to see.
Bro.
How can you even think that, yo, G? You have to be like 1% of people in America who think that.
Bloodbath.
I mean, not even America, in the world who think that. G, if we did a poll, G, hold on, G, we could do this right now. If we made a poll on Boxing Bros, which fight would you rather see? Fury versus Usyk or Fury versus Joe Joyce? You're telling me that Joe Joyce would win.
Yo, listen.
How you get a list all of a sudden?
Hold on. Let me explain. I'm going to say this. You might be correct, but that's not the question. Which fight would be more entertaining? I'm telling you.
Fine, let's write that. You think that people are gonna pick Joe Joyce?
Yo, listen, it would be Passion of the Christ Part 2, son. Blood everywhere, good shit. It's gonna be a murder scene. That movie would be it literally would be a movie. That fight would be a movie right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, son. Like,
Gee,
man, listen. Whatever, yo. Y'all ain't gotta believe me. I promise you.
Horror movie.
Huh?
Coming out next summer, guillotine style.
That's what they should call it. Fury versus Joyce, guillotine style. You know what I mean? It's gonna be epic. Just throwing it out there.
Gee, man, I don't agree with you. I don't see how you coming like at this fight like this, but I just see Undisputed happening next year. Yo. Like we need Undisputed. We've been waiting for it over 6, almost 7 years, and it's like we need it at this point. Like, and for the IBF to come in and try to control it doesn't make sense. Like, we can easily negotiate a way where the contender IBF sees the winner after Undisputed, but Undisputed is going to take a while. It's not take a while, but Undisputed is going to.
You got 3 other governing bodies. Maybe even 4 when you factor in the IBO. I'm just saying, you can't. How IBF going to jump in front of everybody, especially the WBC, bro? You can't. The WBC got the most clout out of all of them for some reason. WBC gonna be like, nah, we got next. What you gonna do, IBF? Exactly.
Yeah. So I know they just need to sit down. They need to talk it out. and everything get cleared up. But we need Undisputed. Like, it's been a talk that we've been having on our hands for a while now, and IBF. I'm not gonna disrespect y'all, but come on, y'all. It go WBC, WBA, WBO, IBF, and IBO. So I'm just saying, the sanctioning bodies.
Who made that list?
Ned. That's only for Ned, not me.
Who made that list?
I'm just saying. Those are the belts involved.
Ish and piss belt somewhere else.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
I wish that they never recognized the WBO.
These are the affinity stones that make the Undisputed. And then, I just want to see Undisputed right now. I don't want to see people fighting over petty belts. If the belts get disputed because we can't get Undisputed at this point, it's just like,
he said,
why am I what's the point in the match? I'm only watching Undisputed because the best fighters have all the belts, and it's about to go down. And Lineal, let's not forget Lineal. Lineal, you're still in there.
Which means nothing.
It's crazy.
Lineal's
kind of, sort of.
Already been broken, bro.
Kind of, sort of, man. Come on now.
All right, so for me, I think like Frank, you can just see it in his eyes that like this has been getting to him. Frank is just like, hopefully we can get it done. Like, we in the position to do it. I think that we're at a very important time where, to correct Ned, Undisputed can take place right now because there are no mandatories at the moment. So there's no need to pay anyone step aside money at the moment. So if they actually signed to make the fight and announce the fight, they can keep 100% of that money in-house. They don't got to pay nobody step aside money. Right? The thing is, if they take too long to make this fight happen and say the IBF orders a purse bid, and this is what they were saying, if the IBF orders a purse bid between Flip Herkovich and Usyk, now Usyk can't fight for Undisputed unless Flip Herkovich says he's going to step aside, in which you got to kick him some money. So that's one issue. But what Frank Warren is saying, and even Bob Arum has said, it's not the IBF's turn in the rotation to act on a mandatory. It's the WBA, and the WBA said they're willing to let Undisputed take place. So even if someone was to act on mandatory, they're saying the IBF isn't in the rotation to do so right now. That's why my thing is, I feel like the Undisputed fight needs to take place now. Because if they don't do it now, it's only going to be more complicated later once more mandatories come in, more this, more that. So that's why I said, as much as I like Fury, if Fury doesn't do Undisputed now and they don't make it now, I got to feel like, well, Fury said a lot of things. Fury also said he's not fighting for the IBF belt. So he said the fight won't be for Undisputed. He said that he won't pay sanctioning fees for the IBF, so he's never going to have the IBF belt unless they give him his money back because they stripped him in the past. So if you believe what Fury says again, which I don't believe, I think if Fury's going to fight Usyk, he's going to want to have all the belts. But getting back to it, I just feel like you need to make this fight while it's presented itself with no hurdles. And I think Usyk coming off of a great victory over Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury having his stay busy fight, it's the perfect timing, no excuses. Usyk said he's down to do it next. Fury said he wants to prove it in the ring. Let's get it done, man, because we haven't had Undisputed since Lennox Lewis, and to me, that's been way too long.
Let us know how you feel in the comment section. Please like and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter. And please check out our podcast on all major streaming services. And let us know in the comment section, would you like to see Undisputed or Joe Joyce versus Tyson Fury? We're the Boxing Bros.
Passion of Christ 2.